And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. In a couple minutes, we're going to get Amanda in here. Amanda is coming on every morning at 9:30 just to do a little talking. We are using our split screen technology, so we're working on that. And so that way, as she becomes more comfortable, she will just get in where she sees necessary. And that makes me nervous. I should have never said that because I don't want you to have the green light of what you consider necessary to get in. All right, now, obviously, a lot of people do not want to hear me say Hope Hicks again. But wait, before, okay, you know, everybody gets all bent out of shape. You know, Trump says no chaos in the White House, but more staff changes could be coming. President Trump on Tuesday lashed out at the media coverage of his administration while warning of possible staff changes a day after former Trump campaign aide Sam Nunberg gave a series of interviews that shocked Washington. In the morning, it shocked Washington. So, how shocked is Washington, D.C. that somebody is drunk and on antidepressants? Really? How shocking was that news? All right. But let me say something here before I move on. Keep in mind, there's a couple things. Jared Kushner. Let's go with Trump's son-in-law first. Jared Kushner. Okay. Is been downgraded. His security clearance has been downgraded. All right. And what happens is, okay, what happens when you take a job in the White House? I heard Priebus say, former Chief of Staff Reince Priebus say Sunday that he had a temporary clearance before inauguration, and it wasn't until late, I think it was late April, you know, January, February, March, April, it was like 4.5 months. And Priebus said, hey, I've had the same job. He said, I haven't missed a mortgage payment in my entire life. I've had the same job, basically, and the same wife for 19 years. And it took the FBI over 4 months to give him his clearance necessary to do his job. So that's what happens. Let's get into Jared Kushner security clearance first. So what happens is you have to turn over everything. Now, if you're Priebus and you don't have a lot to go back through, all right, and you only got, you start the kindergarten teacher and you go all the way through and you do that, you get your clearance. But if you're Jared Kushner and you got your name on, 92 partnerships, okay, and this is how it works with the FBI. If you got your name on 92 partnerships and you've got loans with 18 different financial institutions and you just sold X amount of stock, all the above, everything is gone through by the FBI. Everything. And what you will hear is our goal is to not put ourselves in a position where we can be blackmailed by a foreign country, where we can be blackmailed by anybody and have anything used that would cause them to do something against the country. So that's one on the security clearance. Two, why are so many? Now you don't see, I think the only cabinet position is HHS, Health and Human Services Secretary of HHS, okay, was Tom Price, and there's a new secretary there, and nobody ever talks about it. But you don't see the cabinet position. See, we've gone over a year, okay? And it's not uncommon that cabinet positions, change hands. But we're well into the second year, okay? And Rex Tillerson was supposed to quit 22 times, sources say. He's on the outs again with his Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. One right after another was supposed to go, but it hasn't happened. Ben Carson seems to be there. Rick Perry seems to be there. Ryan Zilke seems to be there. Mick Mulvaney seems to be there. Let's see. What's her name over there at the UN? Nikki Haley is still there, seems to be there. All right. But when you drill down into anyone that was anywhere around the campaign, they are leaving. And one of my opinions why they are leaving, folks, and you're hearing the news. You don't hear the news of Nikki Haley leaving. They try to start that trouble. You hear General Kelly's leaving. They try to start that trouble. Okay? But the ones around the campaign, the Hope Hicks, okay? Now, for example, these people have enormous legal bills. And you have to understand, Robert Mueller's special counsel, their goal, and these are my words, are to destroy people. Why did General Flynn, Michael Flynn, make a deal? He's out of money. He's broke. I mean, they will destroy your whole entire family. And the White House does not pay your legal bills. White House does not pay your legal bills. Period. Okay? So, you got Hope Hicks goes in last week for 14 hours. She went in with an attorney, not a White House attorney, an attorney. I don't know, what was the attorney, $400 an hour? They can't take the legal bills, and it's done on purpose to get them to crack. They will say anything. They go to the mailbox, and they have an attorney that says, hey, I know you gave me $50,000, but we've used that up. Mueller wants this. We've been subpoenaed this. We need to go through this. We need to redact this, and we need to have meetings with the White House counsel. But I just gave you $50,000. It doesn't matter. We have to. My opinion is they leave the White House. They go back in the private sector. They try to calm things down. They try to get some kind of revenue because they cannot. Their hands are tied in the White House that can pay their legal bills. That's my opinion. So, that's just my opinion. Now, we get back to Trump and the Russian investigation. The FBI, what really happened with the special counsel is the largest classified clearance witch hunt ever in the United States. They're treating Trump like he did not win the election. They're treating Trump like a mid-level employee. They're treating Trump like the FBI just got him and he has to have a security clearance. So they're going to go through all of his bank records. They're treating him no better than the FBI treated Steve Bannon. They're treating him worse in this country. It's 9:30. Amanda, I've been going back and forth on a lot of stuff before I go to break and wrap up for today because I want to talk about some of the people that have qualified in election. How are you today? What do you have to discuss, and what do you want to talk about?
I actually have something that ties into a lot of what you said. I wanted to bring up how CNN, brought in I'm going to call him Sam Schrute. I like that. I like how you compared him to Dwight. But I don't know if you missed it, but CNN also brought in a young woman, Anastasia Vashukevich.
Okay.
Did you see that story?
No.
She is a jailed, I guess we can call her a prostitute because that is her career. She is jailed in Thailand, and she's willing to offer information on the Russian collusion to have jail time in the U.S. instead of Thailand. And I want to play a quick video just in case our audience hasn't seen this information either.
She describes herself as a seductress, a relentlessly self-promoting 21-year-old named Anastasia Vashukevich. With the social media stage name Nastya Rybka, this Belarus-born woman claims to have evidence of Russian meddling in the U.S. election. The question, is this a desperate ploy to get out of jail, or, as her friend claims, is this young woman truly in danger because she knows too much?
First, they are in danger. Second, they have the information. And third, we are afraid of their lives. Really afraid of their lives. We don't know what's going to happen.
For days, Vashukevich and several Russian friends have been held at this jail in the capital of Thailand, where visitors are not allowed to bring cameras. I just came out of this detention center where I spoke with Anastasia Vashukevich. It was loud and hot and chaotic, and talking through the bars, she says that she witnessed meetings between the Russian billionaire Oleg Deripaska and at least 3 Americans who she refused to name. She claims they discussed plans to affect the U.S. elections, but she wouldn't give any further information because she fears she could be deported back to Russia. Her claims might not hold much water if it wasn't for this. Photos published on her Instagram account of Vashukevich alongside Russian billionaire Oleg Deripaska. Deripaska, a one-time business partner of former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort. He's pleaded not guilty to charges related to money laundering and other alleged crimes discovered during the investigation into Russian meddling. Vashukevich's posts showed Deripaska on board his private yacht, meeting Russia's deputy prime minister, Sergei Prihodko. 2 powerful Russian men overheard in one video discussing U.S.-Russian relations. Vashukevich wrote about the meeting using altered names in this book. Deripaska denies meddling in the U.S. election and says Vashukevich was never his mistress.
Okay, so a prostitute... let's see, we got a billionaire and there's a prostitute on the boat.
Yes, and I want to start off by saying, and I don't want to knock her in any way, and I'm a big advocate for ending sex trafficking, but we're taking someone. CNN has just stooped to a whole new level of low for exploiting a very, very troubled young girl. For what? Like,
yeah, but wait a minute. You can't keep doing this. I mean, earlier today, CNN had reached a new low. I mean, how many new lows could CNN reach in one day where you're concerned?
You tell me.
Okay, well, first of all, you know what really got me in that clip was the quotations around sex coach.
This is what she calls herself. And in Thailand, she was actually arrested for sex instruction, which means she was caught in the act of prostitution.
Interesting. So that's the story you bring this morning. No, that's right. You know, it just goes to show that. Could you send a? No, you better not. We'll get in trouble. I was going to say, could you send like Robert Mueller a message saying that I overheard somebody say to somebody that Russian meddling could have happened somewhere close to here, and see if CNN will rush up here and do a story?
No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to email someone at CNN and say that I have information on the Russian probe and see if I can get them to pay my utility bills this month. How about that? You know, like, what else does CNN have on collusion? It's over.
So you're going to send, so let's say this, you send CNN an email saying you have information on Russian collusion. You want to see if somebody returns your call?
Yeah. I bet they would.
Okay, I like that. Well, that was
any flunky out here.
No, that was a good story because they're not going to stop. We know why they will not stop with Donald Trump, and CNN will circle the globe to find a prostitute.
It's sad.
That may have been on the helicopter CNN will circle the globe to find a prostitute that may have been on the helicopter with two billionaires that may have done business several years ago with Paul Manafort and may have taken a picture with somebody else 10 years ago. I mean, it's interesting. Right. Okay. What else? What else? That was very good. What else do you have?
That's all I got.
That's it.
That's all I got.
No, that was worth it. That was worth it. I did not see that. I thank you for bringing that to the audience. I appreciate it. This is Amanda, folks. This is Amanda and our split screen. Okay. I want to on the split screen. I want to work on the BKP Amanda. There's a lot of space there. Maybe the bar, the gray bar, we could change the color. Let's bring the audience in, and the background that surrounds the split screen to give it a little more pop. Okay.
Well, how about this? We'll put a big American flag across the split screen, all right here.
There you go. That was it. There you go.
That's what you want?
That's what I want. We'll try it.
All right, we'll work on it.
Amanda, thank you very much. Now, folks, as we wrap up today, let's take a brief break. We're going to come back, and when we come back, who has qualified to run for office in North Georgia, and who has qualified. And I'm going to close the show with why I'm tired of hearing about the $175 of steel in additional costs to make an automobile. I'm your host, BKP. Take us to break, Amanda.